So you have been given everything you need. What does this mean? It means you can stop looking to other people. You can stop looking outside of yourself. This frightens the ego mind. You think you are going to be so alone on this journey, but the opposite is true. What you are doing is keeping you alone. What you are thinking is keeping you alone. What you are not understanding is keeping you alone. When you begin to understand that your guidance system is the divinely inspired message that you are seeking, then you will stop looking in stores. You will stop looking outside of yourself for that which you are seeking. You are being shown that journey. How are you being shown? You are being shown by the simplest of guidance. Stay in bed or get out of bed. Eat a piece of fruit for breakfast or have a big heavy meal. This is the guidance. Sometimes the guidance is your conditioned mind. And we want you to begin this delicious exploration of yourself, because you will begin to feel a textural difference between the conditioned ideas in the mind and the truly inspired guidance from inside. But your mind is full of untruth. This is the thing that we want you to understand here. The society in which you live is so programmed to be a certain way that the freedom that you seek seems impossible. It seems unattainable. But your guidance system was given to you knowing the culture in which you would be born. It was given to you by higher mind. It was not made up by a child, as much of your ideas are. It was given to you by consciousness that understood where you would be going, who you would be meeting, what you would be working at. And it is infallible in that way. It was designed by a consciousness that is far beyond yours. And so we want you to begin to respond to it in that way. But we want you also to understand what has been done to you. We want you to comprehend truly that the information that you have been taught about death, about money, about the body, about sickness, many of these systems that you are taught in your society are incorrect. And so we ask you to begin to read these books that are coming through this channel. These are bringing forth many, many different ideas and principles about your immortality, about love, about health, about sexuality, about creativity, about unity consciousness. They are bringing forth these ideas so that you can begin to reprogram yourself. It is a big project. You are all at different stages of this reprogramming project. Some of you are quite early on in it. You know that you are unhappy with the prospects of living in this society. You know that you do not want to conform to it. There are others of you that have been here for a long time and you have managed to find a way of coping with it. There are others of you that are excited about the transformation, the revolution that is coming. You are all in different places. You are all listening to your own guidance system. But what we want you to understand is that you must make time each day, at the beginning of the day, to contemplate the day you want to have, to focus the mind on love, to focus the mind on connection, to focus the mind on communion, because this world is not of those things. You must be the deciding factor here. You are seeing the results of your separated mind. You are seeing the results of separation consciousness. And you are going to be fed the messages from the outside world of that separation, the lack of love, the fear, the judgment, many of these things. But inside, you also have a play going on. You have a play of those beliefs that are being shown to you. They appear outside and inside, and yet you also have this other messaging system coming through. The messaging system that encourages you to run in the woods, the messaging system that encourages you to reach out a loving hand, that tells you to tell someone that you love them. The ego mind, the conditioned mind, the societal trained mind will tell you, keep it to yourself, don't say that, you will be made a fool of. But if you keep going to love, if you keep going to that inspired, expansive, extensive feeling, then you will be following your path. You will be following your destiny. But it is not for the faint of heart. You must have courage, and you must educate yourself and re-educate yourself. Educate yourself about what has been done to you. Re-educate yourself about what to do now. Now, this seems a massive project, but it is far bigger. It is far more difficult. It is far more depressing to do nothing, to continue on the path of separation, to experience the body in a separated form. Sickness arises, fear of death arises, aging arises. Now, in your society, you have been taught the scientific method. This too overrides your guidance system. You have a dogmatic belief in the physical, material world. It has been taught to you through your scientific method. You are taught that science is real. Science is not interested in emotions. It is not interested in feelings. It is not moved to come to understand them, because the fundamentals of science are materialistic. That is its nature. And so, those of you raised with the scientific method in the form that it expresses itself in your society are deeply prejudiced against emotion and feeling. You are deeply judgmental that these things are not real. Therefore, you are not to base any judgments on them. No decisions should be based on these things, because they are unpredictable, they are unprovable, they are not valued in your society. But we ask you again to go back to the basics. How well is your society doing? How happy are the people in your society? Is it thriving? Is it sustainable? These are the questions you must ask as you are going along this journey, or you will not be willing to change. You will look at your society and see it as the way it is. And trust us, your society is not going to carry on the way it is. This is not a threat. It is merely a statement of fact. You cannot continue on the way you are going. So we counsel you very, very sincerely to begin this journey now. You will have to begin this journey anyway, because the material luxuries, the wealth that you have experienced in your society in the form that you have been taught to experience it is very limited. It is not going to continue. You must retrain yourself in a preemptive way to begin to value that which is truly valuable, because you are going to have to come to terms with that. The wealth of your society in the form that it takes now is not going to continue. The world is wealthy. The earth has everything you need. You have everything you need to thrive. But the forms are going to be changing, and they are going to change relatively quickly. So we counsel you to make this change internally, so that the changes that are coming are going to be more easily integrated. Now, this frightens the ego mind. You will all have had fear arise as we are speaking these words. There is also a part of you that feels excitement at the change, and that is the split mind right there. The ego mind saying, I am going to lose my whatever it is in fear. That is its tangible security, its safety. It does not want to lose anything, because it is materially focused, separation focused. Those tangible objects that make it feel safe are its salvation. That is the shopper, that is the consumer. Again, you have been trained to do this, so do not judge it as evil. It is just a manifestation of the training that you have had. But there is this other part of you, and that is the part that we are all responding to here. There have been many billions of prayers sent up from this world to ask for help, to ask for change, to bring more love in, to stop the wars, to stop the degradation of this most beautiful planet. And we are answering prayers. These changes are not coming upon you because you are bad. They are coming upon you because it is what you have been praying for. So make sure that when you listen to devastation or systems breaking down in the world, that you remind yourself that this is what millions and billions of people have been praying for on this planet. A transformation of the system, a transformation from war and hatred to love and peace. And that is what is happening here. Consciousness is exerting its power. The higher realms are rallying to bring this transformation about. And there are many, many beings on this plane that are desperate for it, praying for it, hoping for it within their lifetime. So we want you to bring great enthusiasm to this transformation. We do not want you to bring fear to it. That is the language of the separated mind. We want you to bring the courage of the immortal. We want you to bring the courage of the passionate. We want you to bring the courage of the holy to this transformation that you are going through, a transformation that you are going to go through so that you can help other beings go through it. See this as your destiny. Begin to focus your mind on this transformation, and you will begin to let go of those things that do not matter. You will begin to focus only on that expansion of consciousness, that exciting adventure that you came here to play out. You did not come here to buy things. You did not come here to limit yourself. You came here as facilitators of the revolution. And so that is what we are encouraging you to do here. We are encouraging you to be brave. We are encouraging you to face your worst fears, to investigate your negative emotions, to find out what makes you tick. And you will find that this journey is not as long and onerous as you think. The journey is long and onerous with the ego in charge. It is fear-driven. It is sickness-making. As you step into this new world, into this new willingness, we want you to understand that you will only feel better and better and better. That is the consequence of consciousness observing itself and coming to understand itself. For you are made love, by love, for love. And as you step towards that destiny, you will in fact begin to feel joy arising in your ordinary life, and you will be amazed. You will be amazed.
Whoa. Yeah.